Hello everyone, welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. Let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. If you have already subscribed, let me say thank you. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so now. Today my nugget is your life from the product perspective. Years ago I was taught that every one of us is a CEO. We're the CEO of a company called Self. Now, whether that company is a sole trader, we like to do things on our own, by ourselves. Whether we are a partnership where we join with another person to put up the capital, or whether we are a limited liability company that sells shares to everybody, or we're a corporation primarily owned by other companies, or we are just a franchise. How well we manage this company called Self will determine how successful we are in every venture. Now, if the company fails, nobody else can take responsibility but ourselves. However, just like how a company has to find what product it has and define the product, the marketing mix has 4 P's in it, right? The first P is the product itself. What does the company have to sell? Is that product a goods or a service or a combination of both? The next P is price. What price will the customer be willing to pay for this product? Mindful that the price of the product cannot be set only by virtue of what it was cost to create it and the markup for profit. It has to be based upon what the customer will be willing to pay for it. Therefore, if the customer don't find any value in the product, in the long run, the customer won't have any loyalty because it is of no benefit to them. I normally say, if a product doesn't have any functionality and it don't have any usefulness to whoever is going to use it, it should not be created. Then you talk about the place. Where is this product going to be had? How am I going to get it if I want it? And the final thing is, how am I going to know about the product? The final P is promotion, right? Just as how these 4 P's are controlled by a company to make sure that its goods and services are sold, so must we as individuals manage, the 4 P's of our lives to ensure that we are successful and that we know exactly how beneficial our lives are going to be. In fact, because I'm looking at your life from the product perspective, I want to ask you, have you defined what kind of individual you are? Are you a goods individual? It means that you make things that are tangible, right? Or are you a service individual? For example, for me, the more I do these videos and the more I go about my daily task is the more I realize I'm a service-oriented individual. I'm not so much one of those individuals who you would say is a thinker. I don't really see myself making something tangible. I think I am a knowledge-based person, and that's what I plan to develop. Now, once you have defined what your product is, then you must go into the next phase. And the next phase is to find out who wants that product. Yesterday, I had the distinct pleasure of sitting before a panel because I am still in the product development phase. A product has a life cycle and it has a position, okay? The life cycle of the product says, is the product at introduction? Is it at growth? Or is it mature? Or is it becoming a dog? And if it is becoming a dog, can we extend the life of the product or do we need to make it die? Now, the product position says, is this product a problem child? Is it giving me problem to get off the ground? Normally, when a product is at the problem child stage. It is at the introductory stage. No profit is being made. It gives you spend a lot of money on research and development. You spend a lot of money on finding out what the customers need and that kind of stuff. And as a result of that, there is no profit to be gained. So it's at the introductory stage. It is a problem child, and you don't know if anything is going to become of it. But if you stick with that product will become a star. That means that product will start to grow. And so when I sat before those individuals yesterday, I was in the development phase, the introductory space, the problem child space, where I am finding it. I am doing the marketing research, and I am trying to get information as to how well do I know the product that I have. As I said, if you have a product, you cannot be the one to say that this is a good product. Others have to testify about it. And many of us, we do not allow others to testify about us and test the product we have. We just go about saying, I'm the star, I'm the star. No, you're not the star until a customer starts to buy your product. So when I sat before those evaluators yesterday and have them grilling me and asking me all kind of questions, mindful, I did not leave that evaluation with the type of result that I would have wanted, but I left with a refined mindset and a reinforced mindset that I have a good product. Why? Because the evaluators said to me, Mr. Watson, we have listened to your response to our question, and your response to our question are both insightful, reflective, and they show that you're a thinker and you have depth. There is no doubt you will be an excellent teacher and presenter in the future. And we will advise you to continue to grow, continue to invest in your development, in your knowledge base. And I left out of that evaluation with a sense of, yes, I have something that I can develop further and keep working on. In one of the videos in the past, I said, that is probably why I continue to read. I continue to read books because guess what? I want to know more. I want to be as good, right, as the best. I may not be the best yet because I'm still, as I say, in the introductory phase, at the problem child phase. But as I grow, I will become a star, right? When you're a star, you start to make a little profit. Hardly anybody is inviting me to come anywhere to speak to anybody. So I realize that I'm still in the problem child phase. But when I start to become a star, right, things will change. And that's how you need to invest in yourself so that you will become a star. And if you keep investing, you will reach to a place where, yes, I know it's not a good phraseology, but you will become a cow. And what is a cow? A cow is in a market that it has market shares. Its name is known. A lot of us behave like we're the shark in the big sea when we're just this little sprat in a pan. And we behave like we're the best and we're the biggest of everything. And we don't worth, as my mother would say, scrap. But I would say to you, keep working on the product. Keep investing in it. Because at the end of the day, if you develop a product portfolio, and by a product portfolio, I mean a product that has range and depth, right? And the range of a product is the number of different products you have in your arsenal. Are you a singer? Are you a writer? Are you a teacher? Are you somebody who prays? Are you somebody who teaches? Whatever you are. That's why my bio is looking a little bit better now, because it now says I'm a writer, I am a singer, I am a teacher, I am a preacher, I'm a speaker, and all of that kind of stuff. Guess why? Because if one thing fails, I have something else to wrap back on. So when we talk about your product we're talking about what can you do if what you want done is not being done, right? There must be something else you can do. Too many of us fall over and die because we don't get what we want. We don't get the best result for what we went after. And so we give up. Don't give up. Rock back on what you can rock back on until you're able to make it to where you actually want to go. Keep going, keep proceeding, keep moving forward, because it's in the moving forward that you become a cow. And we often say every problem child giving much attention can become a star. And every star, if it is maintained, become a cow. But cows are milk to maintain the problem child. It is milk to maintain the star. And it is milk to maintain the dog. And by dog we mean, if you cannot find yourself to be profitable and you're worried about everything and you're losing sleep and you're cussing off everybody else and you're envious of everybody else, you are becoming a dog, right? And every dog, we say, we sell off the dogs so that we, hopefully, the money, we can make it up and buy a star and start a problem child. So this is what I'm saying to you. Develop your life. Grow your product. Find out what your product is. Define it. Put it at a product position. Make sure that you know what position you're working at. As somebody would say, stay in your lane. This is what I am doing. I now know my lane, right? And I am making sure that I develop myself to make sure that the lane that I am in, I know I become the best in that lane. And this is what I'm saying to you today. Your life from the product perspective, the marketing mix. We don't have control over the 3 P's. We don't have control over people. We don't have control over process. And we don't have control over physicality. But we have control over the product, which I'm dealing now. Sometimes in the future, I might deal with the price. And then I might look at the place. And then I might look at the promotion. But for now, work on the product. Put your product at a particular place in the life cycle. Do the marketing research. Know who wants your product and develop that product. If you can't find anybody who wants your product in one place, move to another place. Because if your product is that good, you must can sell it somewhere and somebody will need it. Don't be like the man who went to the country, all right, and send back to his office and say, nobody wears shoes in this country. And another man went to the same place and send back to his country, to his company, and say, send many containers because people need shoes in this place. Don't let your perspective kill off your product. Work on your product, because at the end of the day, success comes to the person who continuously invest in the product they have. And this is what I'm saying to you. JAW is saying, work at it, because good products find sales. And when the profits start rolling, even those who say you are a mad person for taking up this product will come around to say to you, I like what you did. God bless you. Thank you for watching, and subscribe and share. Bye.